Adult babies, how are they created? In this video, we're going to talk about how childhood dysfunction infantilizes a child and creates an adult baby. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, check the description for my Inner Child Healing workbook. Childhood dysfunction can lead to infantilization in many ways, leading to a person developing an inability to function as a mature adult. Number one, arrested emotional development. Trauma and dysfunction can stunt a child's emotional growth, leaving them stuck at earlier developmental stages. Lack of life skills. Dysfunctional families, especially codependent parents who use their child to get a sense of self-worth, they may fail to teach their child life skills, and this is going to leave them in a state of dependence, learned helplessness. If a child is being constantly mollycoddled or undermined, being told to be careful or being told they can't do things, they're going to develop a lack of belief in their abilities to get their needs met, to function in the world. Such treatment can foster a belief in one's inability to handle adult responsibility. Instability in childhood can lead to anxiety about being able to get your needs met as an adult. Number five, over controlling parents or parents that undermine the child, criticize the child, can lead to a child developing poor decision-making abilities, which is going to impair that child's decision-making abilities when they become an adult. Number six, an adult baby is going to seek parental figures in their relationships. Unmet childhood needs are going to result in them seeking out parental figures in their relationships. They're going to be looking to get into relationships with sugar daddies or sugar mummies. Number seven, emotional dysregulation. If a child grows up with dysfunction, it's actually going to cause neurological changes in their brain. The emotional part of their brain is going to increase in size. Thinking part of their brain is going to decrease in size, making them more prone to issues with emotional regulation or emotional dysregulation. They are not going to learn healthy coping mechanisms to handle their emotions, and this can lead to childlike emotional responses, such as flying into rages, having tantrums, giving silent treatment. Number eight, avoidance of responsibilities. If everything you do as a child is being criticized, if you're being pushed to be perfect, this can lead to such an adult avoiding responsibilities for fear of getting things wrong, for fear of criticism. Number nine, impaired self-identity. Dysfunction can hinder the development of a strong sense of self. Number 10, codependency. A codependent is anyone who needs to look outside of themselves to feel okay. If we're growing up with dysfunction, we're going to take on toxic shame. We're going to learn that we need to look outside of ourselves to feel okay. We're going to learn that we need to look to others for reassurance. If we're growing up in a very violent, abusive household, we're going to learn that we need to look to violent abusers to see what kind of mood they're in so that we can know whether or not we're safe. And unhealthy family dynamics can create an excessive reliance on others. Number 11, difficulty setting boundaries. You're born without any boundaries. You were a we before you became an I. It's not until 15 months to 3 years that you start to get a sense of self. If you're growing up with narcissistic or boundary breaking parents, you're not going to be able to form healthy boundaries, and you will struggle to set boundaries as an adult. Number 12, if you are being constantly criticized, put down, called names, it can create imposter syndrome, and it can lead to you feeling incapable of dealing with adult responsibilities. It can lead to chronic self-doubt in professional and personal spheres. Number 13, stress can cause you to regress to an infantile state. If you've grown with dysfunction, you haven't learned those healthy coping strategies to cope with strong emotions, to cope with difficult situations. When anything causes you to experience stress, you may regress back to being an infant. You may return to childlike behaviors or coping mechanisms. Number 14, delayed social maturity. If you have limited social interactions as a child, that is going to delay your maturity. That is going to impede your relationship skills as an adult. And finally, number 15, seeking external validation. If you have grown up with invalidation as a child, you will have internalized that. It will have created a negative inner voice that's going to continue to attack and put you down as an adult. If you haven't received any validation from your parents, you're not going to be able to validate yourself as an adult. And this is going to lead to you looking outside of yourself for validation. It's going to create an ongoing need for approval from others. So those are my 15 ways that childhood can create an adult baby. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, check the description for the Inner Child Healing workbook.